Hi, welcome everybody. This is the Drop interview section. This is episode number 1, basically, since the relaunch. And I've got a good friend of mine here who has recently put out a great TV show. And as you already can see, it's not Ennio Morricone, it's Adolfo Kolmerer. How you doing, buddy?
I would be scary if I am Ennio Morricone. That would be the interview of the year.
That definitely would be.
Thank you for the invite, my friend.
Yeah, man, it's really great that we finally got, was it 2 weeks ago? We got together and watched Nope, which was fun.
Yes.
And how did you like it, by the way?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm going again because, as you remember, the cinema was a little bit small and it was very hot.
Yeah.
So that was getting into my nerves a little bit. But I enjoyed it, and I keep thinking about the movie the whole time. So that's how I judge movies these days, is how long do they stay in my mind, and not even if it's not about liking or not liking anymore, it's of how remarkable they are, especially in these days of where I feel that every streamer movie is like the same movie. So, it's very refreshing to watch something like Nope and actually don't know what's going on. So I love that. Yeah.
All right.
So it is a very positive thing for me. And thank you for the poster, man.
You're welcome. Mr. Matt Needle did the poster, so he's a good friend of the show.
Matt Needle. It's a lovely poster.
And so what was the one before that stuck with you?
New movies or?
I don't know. Well, probably you have to see the movie. I guess a new.
So I mean, because I'm in this, as you know, I'm doing this letterbox list, so I'm watching a lot of old movies, and those are the ones that I just stuck the most for me right now. In the last 2 years, insanely, my head is High and Low from Akira Kurosawa. I didn't know that before. I knew all the famous one from Akira, and this one I don't know why it wasn't never in my radar until 2 years ago. That one I think is a masterpiece. I think it's my favorite Kurosawa movie now.
Okay.
I enjoy a movie that I never heard of. It won the Oscar. I was doing the Oscar list. Marty is called. It's a very.
I heard about that.
Very nice. It's a very nice movie.
Really?
It's really.
I was researching the other day because some friends have their podcast awards, so where all the people that came on the show they rate, they have 24 questions or whatever, and they rate stuff. And there was the question, what was the basically worst or worst best picture movie or something like that. And I was researching which one could it be? And then I put up lists.
I can give you. I watched them now all. I can give you
a
top 10 of which are the worst ones.
I would love to know that here in a second. But when I researched it, Marty came up every time on every list from the people.
I think Marty is. It's a beautiful movie. That one really, I can give you another list. But hey, again, it's taste. We are all different. But I think Marty was a beautiful movie. It's about a man who wants just to find love, and it's one night, and you meet him, and it's not the most beautiful one, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. That one stuck a lot. I watched last weekend, which I really loved, Il Sorpasso, Italian movie from '62. Amazing. Again, as a road trip bromance movie. Very good. I really enjoyed it. I don't know, man. Let me see my collection here. I don't know. So many beautiful movies this year. Made me think the whole time. So
that's great. I mean, that's what movies should do, isn't it?
Exactly.
And yes, speaking of getting some new stuff, I mean, I've been reading some comments, and people really got to thinking about your series, Libertarami, which just came out. It's still at ZDF Mediathek, and you can still watch it there. So that's stuck with the people. What does it make you feel?
That's very good. We have what they call a soft release for a show like this. The series is coming out officially in 1 month in the normal TV, or let's call it, I don't know how you say it in English, because then it's just lineares Fernsehen, which is coming on the channel at certain times so everybody can watch it. But now they release it in the streaming platform before, which I really like. And I'm very thankful, because then people, I feel this show is it sucks you in. That was the one of the main things that I wanted to do, and I really like that people. I have many messages from people that I don't know saying like I had to start watching it again because I watched it and I made my assumptions of the whole situation and what you mean. You're always trying to catch what the story is giving you, and once you see the whole thing, it's still a lot in a good way because it's very emotional, and then you have a plot. And I think what is very nice is that when you watch it the second time, you start seeing the nuances. And of course, I cannot ask people, please watch the show a second time. Would be very obnoxious of me. But it's a lovely thing to do. And we were very surprised that people are doing it by themselves. They, after 3-4 days of thinking, they say like, I have to watch it again. So because it's not an easy subject, because it's a subject, it's in the news every day. We still have it, and makes me very happy. I think I'm very. I always wanted to do something like this. This is my kind of style of directing that I enjoy the most, which is drama and content and small rooms situations. So yeah, I'm very happy until now. It's now almost 1 week of release, and I got the numbers yesterday from the channel, and they are very happy to. Again, it's not like a hit that is supposed to be entertaining for everybody. So it's supposed to, the people that really want to think about the subject go down, and they're very happy with it. Yes.
That's great. I really enjoyed it myself. I reviewed last week already after binging it. And yeah, it was a great show. I told you personally, and I told the reviewers that I wished it would have been a little bit more focused on a political issue for me. But after you explained the democracy issue that you wanted to evoke with that, it got me thinking, and I totally understand. And I think that's different perspectives, and looking at it from that perspective is also interesting.
Exactly. That's the beauty, like we had this small discussion, like if I analyze what it should go, and of course the story is delivered to me, and that's something that I enjoy a lot. That is just you have one kind of guilty person, but then you have many situations, and then even the other family acknowledges in episode 6 that the whole show is about dealing with guilt and dealing with the responsibility, and something that I really love about my characters is that nobody shies away if they're fault or not, if they're guilty by any situation, they have to deal with it. They don't know maybe, but you see that every character shows you a kind of way how to deal with guilt, and I really like that, and I really like that some characters are so stoic, and some characters are, like the translation of the show is deliver me. At some point you don't know anymore what to do, because why would, if something like this happens to you, which it could happen to you, that was the main point of the show, is this not like a special person in a special situation? This could happen to you under certain circumstances, and I think none of us, even when we say on Instagram and we say in our social media platforms that we know how to deal with this, it's too complex. When I read everything that can happen to you, or that you would be submitted, it's too complicated, and then even then, if you have somebody who did something or not, it's still too complicated because there is no rules for this, so, and I wanted to show that at the end of the day it's about dealing with this, and there is no easy, so
yeah, I guess sometimes when it comes to that, by watching movies and like researching things like that, I think I would be kind of naive and actually just do it without like thinking about the consequences. But after you presented the consequences, because you had a lawyer on board and knowing that stuff, that's like, oh shit, that's true. That's
at least it's gonna put you in a situation, and I love movies like they do this to you. They put you in a situation where maybe you would be doing something illegal or doing something that you cannot believe the situation that is happening. I just finished this morning watching Stillwater with Matt Damon, which is what kind of situation like that too. I love when the premise is a lot of things can go wrong, but how are you going to deal with it? And you cannot blame the person that says yes, and you cannot blame the person that says no. how do you define a hero or a criminal or a villain based on a very simple situation, you know? And that's what Libertarami deals as well. For one part of the family, their fault is their fault. For the other ones, they're not. The other ones say, like, I shouldn't be here. I'm a guy who lives in Hamburg, you know? What the fuck do I know about this, you know? Oh, sorry, I swear. Can we swear
We
here,
can.
Tom? Ah, nice.
And yeah, it was really interesting to see that. And I was wondering myself. I don't know if you have some feedback on that. And that, I mean, you said earlier that it is still happening, but the public discussion is a different situation because there is no public discussion, or sometimes it comes and goes. But right now, I don't feel that the discussion is there. But do you have some feedback that it is happening again through that topic?
Yes, every day. It's just we got very nice, heartwarming messages from people that work in these kind of situations, and they said like, "Hey, this very nice lady said I had to stop for a moment because it was too realistic to the stuff that we live every day. You know, like we base it in stuff that happens every day. You know, there's nothing amazing out of the ordinary happening. That's why I wanted to concentrate in every character so you can feel as much as you can with them. And it is still happening. It is not, you know, it's been in the news for so long that sometimes it becomes like mundane. So maybe it's not important to keep reporting. You know, I follow all these organizations on Instagram and on social media, and you see that every day they still find boats with 200 refugees. There is rescue boats that cannot park in front of different countries because then they would be breaking the law. Then this still happens every day, you know, and because it's so complicated to take a decision. Like in Libertarami shows, and Libertarami is a microcosm. Libertarami, that's why I understand your point completely. If you would have give me 10 episodes, then I would completely open the side that you were missing a little bit, which is politics. But politics brings, I didn't want the show to become maybe or to get attention because a political statement. I wanted to show how hard it is for the people involved. That's my statement. If I open like, hey, we should do this or should do that, I didn't want the discussion to be like, is it that right or wrong? No, I wanted you to feel for the characters. I didn't want you to feel for the politics because I'm not a politician, I'm a filmmaker. If I would do something for politics, then it's really 300 times more complicated. And then you need Aaron Sorkin to write this script and take you for 10 episodes about how to deal with just one courtroom case, you know? And that's why I didn't want it to open, because I knew 100% that we're not going to be able to give you a satisfying or at least a clarifying situation or answer. I just ask a question, and I want people maybe to think about an answer if they can, because I can't. I don't know what is the right thing to do. I just know how complicated it is. And that's why I didn't want to make any political statement or cultural statement or religious statement.
Okay.
You know, I just concentrate on the people. Yeah.
And do you think, I mean, it feels kind of like it's over, but could there be a second season?
No. There's no second season.
Right.
Because it would be about something else. I wanted really to concentrate about these people in this situation. You know, like I don't see why it would be a second season. I don't know what happens in the world.
You could.
I'm not into the. Yes, I heard somebody yesterday ask me and gave me why it should be a second season, and I was like, oh, that's very creative. But you know, what do you think?
I mean,
I'm not planning a second season.
I mean, yeah, I would totally understand that it's over, but you could also explore the land way of people, like having like the same topic but different stories, different portrays, you know.
Yes, then it would be an anthology. Then it's great. I would like to take exactly the same subject, and now let's put a light into a different part of the journey, maybe.
Exactly.
Then I'm, you know, and then you can do a whole anthology kind of series of what it means to be involved in this situation. Then yes, I think these characters of the first season are told already to the end, you know. And yes, it would be great, but not that I know, it's not being planned.
All right. Maybe it happens in the future. We will see, people.
I'm just it's not I'm just developing some other stuff right
What
now, so I don't.
watch it on ZDF Mediathek, people. That's how we get another anthology series.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about your origins. I mean, you obviously are not German, as we can see.
If you didn't see it or hear it.
But you're coming from Venezuela, and like, what was your journey? How did you get here, and how did you come to be a part of the German and even international film industry?
Long story short, I left Venezuela. I was 19 years old when I left. I left alone without my family. I wanted to the kitsch pitch is I just wanted a better life completely. Some stuff happened to me there with criminality that really shook me off, and I went to my parents like I'm leaving this year. Before I was about to start university there, and then I decided to leave. They said, "Where are you going?" I said, "Like the only option that I have is Germany because I had family here, and my grandpa was German, and he left Germany to Venezuela back in the 50s after the war, and then I came back asking for the favor back, and I started here like a regular Latin kid. I was working in restaurants and doing the usual things. I had no idea that I'm gonna do something with cinema. Zero. In Venezuela, it's near to impossible to become a filmmaker. That's why it was never on my radar. But I always watch a lot of movies, a lot. That was the only thing in my life. Like even when I moved to Germany, I was working in a restaurant and I took my paycheck, went to MediaMarkt and bought DVDs and watched them on the weekend. That was my hobby here because I had no friends. And slowly I started to meet people, and then I met a couple of friends who just for some reason invited me to set because they needed extras on the background. And I went there and I was like, oh my God. It's the only moment of my life that I think I had an epiphany. And I was like, I think I should be doing this. I don't know how, I don't know. It makes no sense. Really, I knew it made zero sense. I went and I almost quit my job. So I reduced my job completely, and I told my friend, hey, if you need an assistant for free, just let me know because I will do it. And nobody turns down work for free. So yes, of course, I was on set with my friends, and faster than I imagined, I was directing music videos. And then I did short films, and then I did commercials, and then I did my first movie, Snowflake, who took me 5 years to direct because we didn't have any money. Exactly that one. We didn't have any money. So we said, like, okay, we just, instead of meeting on the weekends to do something or watch movies, let's shoot a movie. So it took 2 years to shoot on the weekends, and it took 3 years to get it ready. And that one came out and was a big surprise for us that internationally, nobody in Germany was interested on it. But one international festival after the other one, we started winning awards. And that became a big step in my career and opened many doors. And then after that, I did one more movie, Apocalypse, and then I did 3 different TV shows. Yes, yeah.
Apocalypse, and then you worked on Snowburn and
Snowburn the first season. Now Libertarami, and now I just finished shooting Audible. Yes,
exactly. Is that the horror, or is it because you mentioned horror, you're working on horror? Is that what you're working on, or?
No, it's not horror. It's thriller. It's crime. Maybe a little bit supernatural. Maybe something there.
Okay.
I don't know. Yes, that one is coming next year. So.
Next year, okay. That's but it looked already interesting because I know only I know the Oderbruch Kippe here in Lichtenberg. Yeah. I thought it's gonna be something about that because I don't know if people know about that because it's like where the all the I don't even know, like the Trümmer, like they put the Trümmer there and like build up mountains basically.
Yeah, exactly. No, well, this one is It's called Oderbruch because that region of Germany is very interesting. And props to my writer, Aaron Remmers, who called me one night and told me, like, do you know about this part of Germany? And then we said, like, well, maybe what could happen there? And then one thing led to the next one. And then we had this amazing story. And then we partnered up with Christian Alvar again, which we did Slöborn together. And we just did this show, which is really something different, you know, like it's nothing that I've seen, as I've seen a lot of stuff, so I cannot say I've not seen it before, but for Germany, it's a different kind of genre and expectation, I think.
Can you give us the synopsis or tagline? Logline? Is that allowed? I don't want to like give anything away.
I think it's something is online. I think it's a horrifying crime scene. Gets back people to Oderbruch that lived there in the past.
Okay.
And many stuff will come to.
So we'll play with flashbacks or.
Yes. Okay. Yes. And it will play with crime, and it will play with a lot of family, and what is the meaning of love, and what would happen if everything changed. What I love about Oderbruch is every episode feels like a movie about something. So yeah. We're very proud.
That's awesome. I mean, I'm super interested, and yeah, you guys have finished. I've seen it online. A couple people that I know from aside from your camp. I saw them that they were extras or worked on the film in some regard. Had photos and like we're done and stuff like that. So that was cool to see.
Yeah.
And so where's it going to be released? Is there?
It is going to be released in the Ghetto Mediathek for Germany, and international. I think it would be Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Because it's produced by CBS, and I think CBS and Paramount Plus are now the same, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. Same with Libertarami. I think Libertarami will be NBC Universal internationally.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. It should come soon as well. Out.
Okay, then it says on Peacock then, right? Or.
I think so. I have the feeling that they keep changing the streamers so much that even with me, that I'm always on top and reading the articles every day, sometimes I don't know, okay, this one is going to HBO Max, this one is going to here, this streamer doesn't exist anymore. Sky is not called Sky is called Wow, you know? So I go like, what's going on here, people?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And it's like also like that they, like what did they change now? They redid HBO Max. It's now all Discovery content just came in. They canceled millions of, and like a lot of stuff is leaving, and like on all the projects they canceled and movies, it's like crazy.
They canceled now Batgirl. I read yesterday. So this is the thing. Like they keep. It's always funny because one person leaves one streamer, like a president, goes to the next one, revamps the next one, then the next one goes to the next one. I don't know how clever everything is. I feel like it's too quick, everything, and it's not building maybe for a long time. But hey, I don't know anything. I'm not a executive of a streamer, so I don't know what they're dealing with. So.
Yeah, but still some interesting stuff there. Have you seen Industry?
What?
Industry? It's called Industry. It's
on
HBO. And it is basically like the missing link between Euphoria and Succession.
Oh, wow.
And it's really good. The second season just started, and I'm really loving it, and that it's back. It was a really good show.
Oh, okay. That's a very nice pitch. I will watch it.
Yeah. That sounds good. Alrighty, buddy. So what else is coming up like in the future? Can you talk about the horror project maybe a little bit, or something else that you have in store?
What can we talk? There's a couple of things that I cannot talk yet because they're not official and they're not settled. They're signed or half signed, so that doesn't mean anything in this world. I think that the solid one, as I call it, is Oderbruch coming out next year. We're developing a lot with the company I'm working right now, Syrreal, as the same people behind Slöborn and C Network, and so when they did Oderbruch as well. So we're very proactive right now, looking for new talents as well, writers and directors who want to work as hard as we do. Projects wise, I can only talk about Odabuch. That's the only one that I can say right now.
What are you involved with the other ones, with the David Hasselhoff show, or things like
C
that?
Network is called that one. I'm just emotionally involved.
Oh, emotionally.
And the company here, I helped Christian a little bit on the casting. We watched cast together, casting tapes and everything. I've seen all the episodes now. By now, it's very fun. It's very crazy. Again, something different. I think some people will love it. Some people will hate it. You know, it's crazy. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's a thing that Christian just did. And yeah, we're going next year into the Slow Burn season 3, and the other stuff.
Are you gonna help out also with what's the other show called that Arendt is working on? The boy, something with Hit Boy to Kill.
No, that's a movie.
That's a movie. Okay.
I'm not. That's a movie that Arendt wrote and Sam Raimi bought and produced it, and a friend of mine, a good friend, Moritz Moore, directed it, and that's coming into the cinemas hopefully very soon. It's a crazy story. Love it, and yeah, let's see what happens there.
Yeah.
Great cast as well.
Yeah, we need to get Arendt on here. But he's too shy. I always try, but
he's too shy, man. He always sends me. He said, like, Adolfo, you go and you talk, and I keep writing at home.
Exactly. So, but yeah, let's talk about your collection. I mean, you obviously know, and like a lot of other people know that I come from a poster background and love collecting posters. And I got you one or another poster there in the background. But yeah, what's your collection look like? I mean, I know you also have a lot of vinyl.
Yes, I have. I'm a very, well, I could not call myself a poster collector because I have like 10.
Hey,
so for me, that's like, you know, I have the one that you got me with your help, which is amazing. The one of 2001, which is a precious thing. I got another one which I really like. Let me see if you can see it. You can see there the other one of 2001, but that's
a key art poster.
The new release, which says the amazing tagline: "One movie changed all movies forever." That was the 50-year anniversary. My friends at Warner Brothers got it for me when I was in Cannes. It was very nice. I have this amazing thing that I just bought, original from Japan. It's the High and Low Akira Kurosawa release date. It's from 1977. It's amazing. I have the one that you got me from Jake for Sicario, which I really love. I have not hung it yet. It's gonna come. Can Amélie, the Japanese release in the back. I don't know if you can see. The light is a bit fuzzy. Yeah, and that's my kind of posters. So Stanley Kubrick and Hitchcock and stuff, but they're not like the super fancy ones yet. Then I have my movie collection, which is the one that I'm building now for a couple of years. It's in front of me, but I don't know if I can go to you. Right now, I think I'm over 1,100 movies, 1,200.
Okay, fair enough.
Let me see if you can see something, but I don't think so.
Oh yeah, you can see a little bit.
Yeah. So
what's your holy grail?
The Holy Grail. Well, I really love the Criterion collections.
Okay.
Ones. So, for example, that Fellini one is a Criterion. Yeah. I have the Bergman one. There's a Criterion with all the Bergman movies. You know.
I got the Kurosawa
and then
one, by the way.
I have like Japanese cinema and French cinema and yeah, and of course Kubrick, Spielberg, Hitchcock. You know, I have them all there. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Kurosawa Criterion. So. I'm going through that too, because High and Low is also on my list. I knew about it, and I know that it's supposed to be really good, but I want to start like from the first one and go through. Yeah. That's my girlfriend and I we're doing Ghibli right now, like all the.
Yes, I have a collection as well. Well, I have the Miyazaki collection as well. So I did last year. I did Miyazaki last year. Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, we're doing that too. So we're like rewatching like from the first movie. Like the first one was Castle in the Sky, and then going through. Yeah. And we just finished Totoro. So.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's my neighbor Totoro. Beautiful.
Yeah. It was such a crazy movie. It's like I watched it like such a long time ago, but it's like.
Yeah. It's beautiful because again, it's like what we were just talking at the beginning. It's just I love watching Miyazaki because you don't know what is going to happen and you don't follow any uh, way of reasoning.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful because you're just being surprised the whole time. Ah, yes, this is my huge neighbor Totoro, and now I love him, and that's it. And how he creates stuff, like there's this other Japanese artist, Paprika. He did
Yeah,
Paprika.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
forgot his. Oh my
Something with
God,
a
how can I
K. I
forget?
forgot his name as well.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh
I want
my
to say
God, he's
Kobayashi
very.
or something like that, but I'm not sure.
No, Kobayashi is from the usual suspects. Oh, where is it? I have them here.
Kobayashi
Oh,
Maru, isn't that starting?
perfect clue. Yes. Wait, wait.
You got it?
Satoshi Kon. Satoshi Kon.
Satoshi. Yeah, that's true.
I'm really sorry, Satoshi. I'm ashamed. Beautiful artist as well because of the same. You never know what is gonna bend stories and universe, and it's dreamy, and you don't know what is the truth or not. And I love to get lost in these kind of stories, where there is no formula anymore.
Yeah, I mean, my girlfriend, she did a seminar where they had to pick a script, and they picked Miyazaki, Spirited Away, and
Oh yeah.
so she went through it, and then she was like, "Dude, there's no storyline. It's all improvised. What is this?"
Yes. Yes.
Just makes
And
it
it's
up as he
beautiful, and I
goes.
think that again, it's remarkable, and because it's remarkable, you like it, or at least I like it. I know a lot of friends of mine say like I cannot, I don't, and that's the beauty of cinema, like when you even my filmmakers friends would just to have discussions about these things. It's just it's very nice because you see that we all have different perception of how stories and reality should be. At the beginning I was more like pretentious and watching only pretentious movie, and everything else was not good for me. And now the more I watch cinema, the more I enjoy cinema, and I open myself to enjoy what the artist is. And as long as the artist is not being cynical and doing it for some weird reason, just because he needs money or whatever, then I get completely lost into their style. And I think the Miyazaki or a Satoshi Kon is not faking it. That's who they are. It's like music, like you asked me 2 years ago, I started with vinyls, and now I just discovered so many composers and everything, and you just put it there, which is another thing why to listen. I'm listening to vinyls again, is because you just let it play, then you hear. It's not a playlist that you just put in the background and you are not concentrated. Here you're like, okay, what is this song? Why? Because you have to wait for it. So this is very interesting to be more aware of the stuff that you're consuming. I think cinema has become a little bit more like it's in the background, so leave it. That's one of my little issues today is with these blockbusters coming out in the streamers, that I feel that if you miss 25 minutes of the movie, you don't miss anything because everything is just like, and then, and then, and then, and then, and
Yeah, very
then, and it's
formulaic.
not, because, yes. So I know why they exist. I know why these movies are here. I know that people just want to watch it on a Sunday. But I think that we should not forget that cinema always had that kind of a goal. My favorite kind of cinema, which is 50s, 60s, and 70s, they always left me, when I watch them, I go like, oh my fucking God, this is insane. And I really feel, I was watching uh, Grapes of Wrath. Uh, and when it finished, I was like, oh my God, this is how it is when you live through a economic depression and everything. This is terrible. And it made me understand how was it. And this movie is 60 years old, 70 years old. So it's very good. That's the power of cinema. And I hope that people in 70 years are not going to watch this kind of blockbusters we have right now. I'm going to be, that's how people were thinking in 2022.
I mean, we
So
got also
that's why the importance of doing some stuff with a little bit of, that maybe not everybody's going to understand, but it requires a little bit more of effort from all of us, of the filmmakers, of the people selling them films, and the people at home, that you don't get all the information you need in the first 15 minutes. That's what I love about, what I enjoy about Nope, is just I didn't know what it was about. And then I was like, okay, I get what he's doing. And of course, Jordan Peele always do his amazing racial kind of references and everything. But the movie as a movie, it felt interesting to keep watching, in my point.
yeah.
In my opinion.
I mean, I had a good time, and like with the ideas behind it, and I wasn't bored
Yeah.
at all. So that was good to see.
Yeah, totally.
Coming back to your vinyl collection, how big is it?
Right now, in my app, I checked yesterday, 125, I think.
Okay, it's all just soundtracks, or?
I think 15% is normal music, like bands that I really like,
Mhm.
and the rest is only film music.
All
Yes.
right. What do you
Yeah.
what do you like other than film music? What are the bands people should listen to?
Uh, the ones that I have there, I'm a big fan of the Rolling Stones, and of course, just I'm a kind of a cliche man that watch movies from the 70s, so you like the music from the 70s. I have to give that to my father because my father always, every time I came listening to new music, my father said it's terrible.
Turn
Here,
it
let's
off.
listen to my music, and I fall in love with his music. So that's my inspiration for music. It comes from my dad,
That's interesting.
and
Sometimes it's the other way around. Like people, like when their parents force their music on them, the kids really hate it. And
yes.
I'm sorry, Dad. I really don't like your music. So
What kind of music does they have?
I don't
Like
know.
now,
It's like he likes to listen to. I mean, those classic ones like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest,
uh-huh.
and things like the
Yeah,
Metallica, and like
yeah.
this heavy metal rock kind of like
So
hard
your
rock.
father is a young father, because my dad is a little bit. My father was like one generation before yours.
I guess
Then,
yeah. He's my father is
okay.
how old is he now? 57.
Yes, okay, he's 10 years younger than my father. Yes,
So
yeah.
yeah,
So
that's that generation, I guess. And I mean, he grew up in East Germany as well, so and my mom as well. So
yeah,
and
yeah,
I guess that's where what they got.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's my normal kind of band music is mostly the 70s. But I enjoy a lot. Like I make playlists in Spotify of new bands that I really like. Indie bands. When I was growing up, I was in love with indie and with punk, so I listened to that a lot. But right now, I'm just more like a relaxed dude, and I just here to soundtracks and podcasts the whole day. That's what I do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess since I started podcast, like listening to podcasts as well before I started making podcasts, I was like, I kind of listened basically every day to music and try to find out new stuff that came out, but also listen to the old ones because I used to have like I think when I was like 12, I had my first vinyl,
Hmm.
and I think it was it African Bambata Zulu Nation? I think that was the first vinyl that I ever got. But I ordered it, and a couple days later, a couple other ones came, and one of them was the 3 Feet High and Rising De La Soul LP.
Oh,
So
nice.
that was definitely a classic, and yeah. So and then this kind of got me started, and I have to say this is a little confession I have to make here. I think in 98, I think it was at the beginning of the internet, the first MP3 I downloaded was the really first one was Hieroglyphics. You Never Know. It's a rap group from the Bay Area. So for the people that
Yeah.
don't know, and the other one is Rakim When I Be on the Mic. And
Oh, wow.
this is my favorite, my first tracks that I downloaded, and this is what got me into like the back in the day, like into stuff, and I got into this forum for like hip hop music lovers, and they were like,
Mm.
there's like a vinyl connection, Ultimate Beats and Breaks, and they had 26 different vinyls with just beats and breaks, obviously, so you can dance to. But they had like Honky Tonk Woman on from the Rolling Stones, and
Yeah.
like other unknown tracks you never really heard of, and this is basically how I got started. Like when I was listening to rap music before. I mean, I listened to some German stuff maybe the first year when I was like 11, 12 ish, and then I got into the American side of things and all the like the funk stuff and soul stuff from the
Yes.
some of the
Nice.
70s. So
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
basically what I grew up with. And yeah, and then I actually met Rakim and was lucky enough to interview him. And it was just crazy. The aura that guy had for me personally. It was like, I don't know. It's like, when I think about it, I still get goosebumps. It's like crazy.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I really enjoy hip hop as well. I have when I was, I don't know, from 18 to 25, I listened to a lot of hip hop as well. Especially, I think that was the years of the Spanish hip hop
Hmm.
For people who speak Spanish, they know what I mean. There was like just, especially from Spain, was people coming out insanely talented. They were doing this. I remember this uh, freestyle battles in Latin America. Huge, like world Meister, World Cup of all the best fighting. It was very good those years. Yeah, so hey, cool. We can listen to hip hop someday soon.
That's true. That's what we could do. I mean, that's how I started out, like doing interviews. It was like also '98 when we had the vinyls and stuff. My buddy, he's like a media designer, and he was dabbling. He was also like 13, and he was dabbling on a computer and like doing websites. And he did a website for us, and we put our vinyl reviews on there, and just for fun. And then the labels started contacting us, like, "Hey, you want some free stuff?" And then that's how it started.
You started very early to this lifestyle, so it's very good.
Yeah, I mean, I the thing is, I love that we did this super early, but like when you look at the people, for example, that did YouTube. You know, the early days of YouTube. Now they are like kind of big with the stuff they do. I wish also we had that for our platform, because we were actually the first ones that did video interviews. We had a camera, edited everything, put stuff online from a German website to have that. The only people that had that was like Mixeries Raw Deluxe or something like that, or on Viva 2, Supreme, the Supreme show and stuff like that. They had stuff like that. But it was like crazy that we did that, and just sadly didn't have the funds, because we did it all for the love of the game, you know, and never got the recognition though.
At the end of the day, yes, exactly. But hey, look at you. Now you have it. Now you have many different platforms. You know, you can talk about everything. So at the end of the day, it pays off. It does. And then only build. You know, like all your amazing people that you have every week when you talk to them is just what an amazing reach. You know, and it's only gonna get better. It only better. That's a beauty.
I mean, yeah, people, we're recording here on a Friday. Just a little plug here, because tonight, when you probably watch this, you can rewatch this. We did it with a couple of friends of mine, with Matt Ferguson, who did this wonderful Guardians of the Galaxy poster here in the background. And we did together, like for his gallery, Vice Press, we had a watch along for Transformers, the movie from 1986. So we watched it, and we had the commentary, because like Flory and Matt are big fans of the movie, and James saw it for the first time, and it's like super fun. So people want to watch it, do the watch along with us. There's some really interesting insights.
Cool. I think I will watch it.
That's great. What is the latest vinyl that you bought then? I mean, coming back to that real quick.
It's coming today. I just got the Amazon Ex Machina soundtrack.
Nice.
Yes. And before that was a French artist that Christian Alba told me I should listen to. So yeah, I will give it a spin on the weekend.
All right, that sounds good. And speaking of something, because we've been planning something here for quite some time. We didn't get there yet because people are busy. I know that, but you still owe us a movie trivia drop, and so that's happening. So you probably September 4th. So a month from now. That's when it will happen probably. And this is going to be a last man standing tournament. And are you ready for this kind of questioning? I mean, I heard you studied.
I'm not ready.
I heard you studied.
I'm not ready because, as I told you, going back now when I was on the shooting, I really like the people around me. I always like to know as much about cinema as possible. So we listen to your trivia podcast the whole time. And with your questions, I think I'm not ready because your questions were very difficult sometimes, where I go like that. Not even the director knows that answer you're asking. Like, which was the box office of 92? What? How nobody knows that, man.
I know, but the thing is, if you know like the movies that, if you know that like the release year, then you might have a chance.
Yes, exactly. If you ask me 94, I could tell you, well, I don't know. 94 was Forrest Gump and Pulp Fiction and The Lion King.
Was it all 95?
And that's exactly what my point wanted to be. You never know if it's 94 as you counting or 95, because they say 94 was one of the most creative years,
Mhm.
like 99. 99 was Fight Club and Matrix and Snatch and all these movies. But then people say like it's not that 2000 or it's 98. So it's always very complicated. Even for me, when I was doing the list of the Oscars,
Mm.
sometimes you think they say like no, that's 68 because 67. So you when you made it, it's not the production year of release year. There's other movies that were skipped from production to release, so it's always
But
complicated.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I mean, we evolved as well here, and we took away those questions. So the box office
And when
questions
you
are not
ask
coming.
me about animation, I think animation in your categories, I think animation, I'm not good.
We have like let me pull that up.
Animated
I
movies,
we cut those down as well, so it's
okay,
not
good.
that.
Just ask me about 70s and directors, and I might have a chance. Maybe.
We're down actually to the categories of 70s, 80s, 90s, action, adventure, crime, animated,
Okay.
biopics,
Yeah.
classics, so movies before 1970,
Yeah.
comedy, comic book movies, dramas, fantasy, sci-fi, horror, thriller, Oscars, romance, and sports.
Okay. You see, I was always, when I was listening to your show, surprisingly, I was good at sports.
Okay,
I don't know why.
maybe.
Yeah. Every time you got something, I'm like, I know this one. This is Cool Runnings, or this is this, and this is this, and yeah.
I mean, you're
I'm still
sporty.
surprised that I don't know if Murat is gonna watch this, but I'm still surprised that Murat didn't watch Armageddon. I was like, how? You asked the question, what is the last move of Bruce Willis? What does he give to Ben Affleck? I think was your
Yeah, yeah,
question. And I was like, very easy question. And both of them were like, I don't know, I've not seen the movie. I was like, what? Okay.
yeah. That's sometimes it's like that, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, that's why
yeah.
I thought Murat was the clear cut favorite. I mean, he was ranked number one
Yes,
after the regular season, but he didn't make it to the final. I mean, we got Hakan.
it's insane. It's like Tino. He was doing that good in that round, and then Julia flipped it. It was very interesting to see, like that you can be good, and then comes like 3 rounds with animated and I don't know what, and then that's it. It's over. That's why I'm completely sure that I'm not gonna make it to the important rounds. I'm gonna leave after one or something.
No, 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 no. I mean, this is all going to be mixed. So there's only going to be like in the different rounds. There's always going to be just one question from each category, and then going through and through and through. So you just
Oh my God, I'm nervous already. I don't know why I said yes to this, man.
it's going to be fun. I tell you. It's going to be amazing
It
fun.
is for the fun. Let's do it for the fun. Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
And yeah, so we're all looking really forward for that. And yeah, so I want to just give you the chance now to shout out people, like let people know what you want, plug something shamelessly. It's all up to you. It's your I don't know, however long you want to talk.
Plug something. Yes. And I already had it last week with my other interview at Kino Plus. Please, people, watch movies in original language, please. That's my thing. That's my shamelessly plug. I wish people would watch more in original language, especially in Germany. I know we have the best synchro. Is Please, you would enjoy the movies way much more if it's in original. It's just a little thing for. I don't want to plug anything. It would be very nice if people watch the movies in original, because that's the movie it was intended. When the movie gets dubbed, you're watching 50% of the movie. I'm sorry. My job is to be on set telling actors, can you just say it now like this, please? Or when you do it, just change the rhythm so this word becomes, and then this gets done in another studio in Berlin at 10 a.m. with somebody who has to do 4 movies today. They're not going to put that much love. And, you know, watching Kurosawa in German is not the same as watching Kurosawa in Japanese.
Of course.
Watching Il Sorpasso in Italian is not the same as
Is there a
watching,
German
like
version?
I watch.
Of course. Is
What?
there even a German version of Kurosawa?
Yeah, there's always a German version. Every time, just go to Amazon Prime for some reason, or Sky, or Wow, it's always the German version.
See,
Last year when I was doing the list,
that's what I love about the Indian cinema. There are no German versions.
There's no German version. That's so crazy.
And
yes,
that's really interesting. Also, another plug here. I mean, we're gonna do the premiere of Lal Singh Chadha, the Forrest Gump remake of India with from Amir Khan, and this one is in obviously in Hindi and with subtitles. And this is the premiere, people. This is the premiere. So this is crazy.
I'm gonna be there.
Awesome.
To enjoy the craziness with you guys.
That's great to hear.
Yes. So let's just watch. Just give it a try. If you like cinema, I think most of your viewers are people that they don't need to hear this. But if somebody is just, somebody called me snob last week at Kino Plus because I went to the premiere of Nope, and I sat down, and the amazing first frame of Nope is the monkey with the blood and the dead body on the floor, and then I hear the dialogue in German, and I stood up and I left. And somebody told me that's a snob move. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to watch Jordan Peele in German.
Yeah.
Because I'm not watching Jordan Peele. I'm watching some guy in Berlin doing the dubbing. I'm really sorry. It's not what Jordan
I totally feel it. That's why I came out again as well when we watched it together one more time. Because I sat through. Yeah. Because a friend of mine came extra for this, and we tried to get, because we actually we had a date actually with Jordan Peele to give him some presents, some posters, and get some posters signed. But sadly, he didn't make it, so this kind of like got flipped and was a little bit But yeah, so we actually sat through and watched it, but we're all the same on that. My girlfriend and the friend that was with us, and she was also I'm just gonna watch it because I'm here for the premiere, and then got ticket, but otherwise nope. I
did it a couple of times, and I realized it wasn't the movie when I watched the movie again. So I promised myself, I'm very tolerant with a lot of things in life, but that thing, my friends always call me, like they say like, are you gonna leave now? And I was like, yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. Like the movie's called Nope. And when you watch the movie and you see the characters being nope, 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 then you know why. It's amazing. You laugh. You are connected with the movie. I don't know what they say in German. What did they say?
No, they had nope. They had nope. They took that.
So it makes no sense because now it takes you out of your own reality that the movie created for you. So I go like, it's such a crazy thing.
I mean, since I lived in the States for a while, the word nope is in my actual. Even if I speak German and like talk to my students, it's always nope.
Yeah.
So it's nope. Basically. So I don't know why they should like.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know who took these decisions of being in the dubbing studio and say, like, okay, we're not gonna dub Nope because that's the meaning of the movie, But it's like watching Glorious Bastards, that amazing scene where Christoph Waltz switched languages to show what a powerful character he is, and then in German it's just German the whole time. So I don't get it. So you don't get how powerful the character is, And I know people say like, I don't go to the cinema to read. After 2 movies, you get so used to that it's not even a problem. Oh my God, there's an alarm.
Alarm or backing up?
No, it was, maybe backing up. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. So that's my only plug-in thing that I want to do always with people is just please watch original. You're going to win way much more. I promise you.
That's why we didn't do it in Spanish though.
Exactly. Hey, I watched the Untergang of I watched 5 minutes on Spanish. It's terrible. You cannot watch Hitler in Spanish.
I mean, that's why we didn't do the interview in Spanish because you should have been the original here.
Yeah, no. It's nice.
Alrighty, buddy. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been such a pleasure talking to you. And we have this interview out, and you guys still have chances to come to the Lal Singh Chadha premiere and see Adolfo there as well, and maybe talk to him how much of a snob he is. But he's definitely not going to leave the cinema.
Not gonna leave. No.
Alrighty. Take care, guys. Bye bye.
Okay. Watch Libertarami on ZDF.